What is up, squad? What is up, royalty? NMO. Hey, you guys. Oops. Let me share this in on the Facebooks and the Twitters. What is up, you guys? Like this video as you roll in. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. What is up? Hey, Kendra. Child, do I post on Patreon daily? I've been posting on the daily. I should be posting on the daily. I wasn't planning on posting on the daily, but I'm so humbled by all of the support. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I need to give them more. I feel like I need to give them some more, honey. While we growing over there, yeah, I've been posting over there daily, just about, honey. Daily for the past 3 days. Patreon has gotten all of me. Hey, Kendra. Yes, go ahead and subscribe. You look, people like, I gotta pay $50 a month. What is you giving over there? You do not have to pay $50 a month. I'm giving people the option. If you want to come in at $5, come in at $5. If you want to come in at $50, come in at $50. People support, and I appreciate the people who have supported me. Look, what I'm giving you, I promise you, you will not be able to get anywhere else. And I have that much confidence in me. So, yeah. And as we grow, honey, y'all gonna get even more. You gonna be over there, Kendra. Cool beans. Let me share. Let me tell the Facebook people I'm on live. Hold on. Because the Facebook people need to hear this story, honey. The Facebook people need to hear this. Let me hit the Twitter. What you got? What you got? What you got? Biggie being bad, honey. Vicious dog alert. What's up, Juno? He gonna get enough of sitting on my feet. Hold on, let me get it. On the fan page, honey. Hey, Cartier. You said a lot is going on. It's a whole lot going on, child. It's a whole lot going on. Look, Raz B telling all the tea. Honey, Raz B that hit the damn internet. B2K is back together. And Raz B wants to tell the world, honey, how he is feeling. How he is in his feelings about his former manager. Whew. And y'all know I know some tea about that. Honey, we done spent so much time in the damn courthouse. Hold on. Let me put this over here. Hey. There you go, Raz B. Look, Raz B say he's threatened. Good evening, I am just me. Raz B, I be mispronouncing names all the time. Raz B, Demario Thornton. I know governments, honey. But Raz B is completely within his rights to feel some kind of way about Chris Stokes. Look, I don't know. I don't know what age range y'all in. I don't know where y'all been. Y'all might have been, in school doing stuff back when Raz B was taking over the internet 10 years ago. Damn, it's been 10 years. Back in 2007, 2008, Raz B was on a worldwide tour on World Star, honey. He was releasing videos every other day, spilling all the tea about Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes stole his money. Chris Stokes did this. Chris Stokes, and Marcus Houston. Y'all remember Marcus Houston, who was Batman on Sister Sister, Roger. Yeah, Roger on Sister Sister, Batman on IMX. He said Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston used to do things to them when they was children. You know, B2K, they was little boys. They was like 12, 13, 14, or whatever. Woo, Raz B spilled all the tea back then. So, moving forward, Chris Stokes, at the time had a little bit of money. He used to like pay blogs to take it down. He used to like, strong arm blogs to take it down. Shout out Love B Scott. Y'all remember Love B Scott on YouTube? Y'all remember Love B Scott on YouTube? I ain't gonna spill Love B Scott's tea. But Love B Scott was in his feelings about Chris Stokes too, honey. Chris Stokes was taking names and twisting arms, and he wanted to totally erase any of that story off the internet. In doing so, he threatened people. Man, I got so many emails from Tug. Tug is their record company. And they was like, this post needs to be down. This post where Raz B said this needs to be down. What did we need to do to get this post down? I was like, what do you need to do? I don't take posts down. Y'all know I say this all the time. I do not remove content from StraightFromTheA.com because content is money. Time is money. At the time I took to do the content is money. So look, you have the option to tell me your side of the story. But I'm never going to retract anything I said, because once I type it, once I say, okay, this is how I feel about it, it's how I feel. Is there an option for me to change my mind? Possibly, once I hear your side of the story. But he didn't want to give me his side of the story. He just wanted to completely erase it. I said no. Other bloggers said yes. Other bloggers went toe to toe. They went back and forth on emails. He used to send cease and desist. Back then, everybody was afraid of a cease and desist letter. They didn't realize that, that was just a threat. You actually had to go to court. But, he was getting people to take it down all the time. I wouldn't do that. There was another incident that occurred around the time that Raz B was spilling all the tea. People are saying that Raz was threatened. Like, he made Raz B get in front of a camera. Looking shifty as hell, going, I lied. The things didn't happen. Please forgive me, and all of this. And next thing you know, Raz B disappeared out of the country, honey. He was out of the country. I feel like, they shipped Raz B away until the damn story died down. Raz B been gone out in China for what? 3, 4, 5 years or what? However long it's been. Here we are now today. They back. They want to bring B2K back together. They touring. Everything is hunky-dory. And again, Chris Stokes has some type of financial interest in B2K. I guess he still owns the name. Something is going on with the situation. And so he's been around. Raz B got online the other day. Yes, Hollywood is full of a lot of things, honey. Molestation, pedophilia, just a lot of things to put you on, honey. The word on the curb is you got to do a whole lot to get famous. That cast the couch rumor, the rumors about the things you have to do in the music industry, all those rumors they say are true. But I digress. The whole B2K situation, it was these little young boys. And from what I understand, I'm not too, deep into the story. I have my own segment of the story, but a lot of these young men, their mothers were on drugs at the time. I believe that was Omarion's story. Raz B's story had a similar story. So Chris Stokes apparently took all these young men under his wing because their mothers were, doing other things, and they didn't really have a family unit. So Chris Stokes was doing a lot to these children. Oh my God, they were doing so much. But I'm gonna get to that in a second. But Raz B on this B2K tour has spoken out and basically is saying now that he feels threatened because Chris Stokes has been around, and he's feeling some kind of way about it. Hold on, I'm gonna let you hear what Raz had to say. Let me pull this up a second. Hold on. Yes.
Actually, let me correct myself. Raz B is officially off the tour. I don't feel safe because I feel like Chris.
Bam.
Actually, let me correct
Y'all hear that?
myself. Raz B is officially off the tour. I don't feel safe because I feel like Chris Stokes is around. So guess what? I'm off the tour. Good luck to everybody. No disrespect to Mari because he's my brother. Mari, if you come talk to me and you want me to do this tour, I'll do this tour, but I'm officially off the tour. Okay?
So, Raz B says he doesn't feel safe with Chris Stokes being around, and he wanted ATLien to talk to him about it. Shortly after that, I think, things got to get transpired. Maybe ATLien talked to him, maybe he didn't. But apparently, he's back on the tour. He's back on the tour. Somebody said good for him to stop the tour. Mima, he's back. Like, I feel like there is, a lot of inner workings. Like, there's a lot of behind the scenes going on. Like, he can't, like, necessarily quit the tour because there's a lot of people depending on him. The guys have all got together and decided they're going to do this as a group. But yeah, he's in his feelings. So I wrote a post on this the other day, and I really wanted to like dive into a lot of the minutia, i.e. there's some other people involved too who didn't want to speak out. Quentin Tarver, for example. I don't know if y'all know who Quentin Tarver is. Quentin Tarver, this is an old picture. Quentin was on, this is Raz B and Quentin Tarver. Quentin Tarver was on American Idol. But before that, he was a young, talented singer. I can't remember what movie he was in. But Chris Stokes took him under his wing as well when he was like 10, 12 years old. And he has those same experiences. While he was under Chris Stokes' reign, his music career didn't prosper, but allegedly he was involved in a whole bunch of, nefarious activities while he was at Chris Stokes' house. Chris Stokes, Quentin can sing. Exactly, Sarah. Raz B back in the day, this is one of the people that Raz B got on the phone when he was on that tour that I was telling his story. In order to prove his point, Raz B was like, recording phone conversations. At the time he recorded I think he recorded Ray J. He recorded Quentin. He recorded Marcus Houston. He recorded Chris Stokes. And that was a recording that Chris Stokes subsequently got removed from the internet where he was actually saying, I don't do that anymore. I'm grown. I moved past that. I'm in the church. The God has forgiven me. You need to forgive me too. All of this came out of Chris Stokes' mouth. So, pretty much Raz B had him, at that point. But again, money talks. When you want to erase something from the internet, what do? You Google your name, you get all the bad stuff, and you hit them one by one by one. That's what PR people do for a lot of these celebrities. If they don't like what's on the internet, let's go to the source. Let's tell these people we'll give them money. We'll do this. We'll do that. In extreme cases like mine, we'll threaten them. We'll threaten to sue them. We'll take them to court. We'll make them spend all their money. Honey, they tried to like ruin my reputation. They were like selling stories to other news outlets. Shout out to Rolling Out, who write things for people that aren't true. Rolling Out is an Atlanta news outlet. Apparently, they're friendly with Chris Stokes, and they wrote an article about Chris Stokes winning $1 million defamation lawsuit against an Atlanta blogger. It never happened, but because, somebody thought to write about it, I guess that means it's true. But, I digress. I didn't, I had reached out to Rolling Out at the time because at the time I was like, oh my God, they're lying about me. What am I going to do? But as a media person myself, I know unless it stopped me from making money, unless it was an issue where, it stopped the deal, it really was nothing I could do about it. So I'm hoping one day, one day that Rolling Out article stops me from making money, honey. I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get paid. That being said, I won my lawsuit. We gonna talk about that on the Patreon. I'm gonna dive into my personal business on the Patreon. But right now, we on Raz B and Quentin Tarver and Marcus Houston and all that. So I wanted to bring up some old stuff while we on here. Y'all know, hold on, I'm gonna pull up this Raz B and this Quentin Tarver. I want y'all to hear this really quickly. Y'all, I'm still sniffing. Hold on. Where is it? Here it is. I'm gonna let y'all hear some of this.
Me and you are coming together because God brought us together. It's the first time we're talking ever. You know what I'm saying? LAPD called me and asked me questions. They were doing some kind of fucking, I don't know what it was, but and then he called me back and was like, well, everybody's not speaking, so we can't move forward. But it was easy. That was 2008. Well, you know what was going on? A lot of people don't know, I've been dealing with the police. It's just an ongoing process. People are like, why you just going out with this now? No, it's an investigation they're putting together. They need proof. You know what I'm saying? The proof is right. The proof is right here. The proof is right here. Amen. But God has gave me redemption. He gave me my passion back. And I'm going to go after it. I'm going to get it. I'm working towards doing it right now. And this nigga thought he had me down. What he did, he took something from me for so many years. But man, now, at 28 years old, I'm out there again. I'm in the studio right now. I got people that trying to fuck with me. And I'm going to be this nigga thought he had me down. He thought he killed me. He sabotaged me on the cool. Yo, Quentin. He told my record company that I could not sing no more. Motherfucker, I was the best fucking
While y'all listening to this, I just wanted to say this is the old conversation between Raz B and Quentin Tarver. I kind of wanted to bring it up because it's very relevant in a lot of the things that's going on right now. You know, for the record, Quentin, look at this tweet, this Instagram that Quentin posted, and now continue listening.
What the fuck you mean I can't see? Quentin, that is unbelievable. He sabotaged the same with B2K, Divide and Conquer. The same shit, my dude. The same shit. And it was crazy that you walked through this before me, and here it is. I'm his cousin, his own flesh and blood. Dude, I used to have sex with Chris Stokes. Chris used to have me have sex with him. He wanted me to have sex with him all the time. Well, see, I didn't have sex with him. I had sex with Marcus. And you know, and what Chris did, he sick Marcus on me, and then Chris also asked me like, well, can I touch it? You know what I mean? Like them niggas are really, really like that, homie. And like I said, I'm over it. And that we, no one's perfect. We get mad, we get frustrated, but it like, you know, seeing different situations. I'm not gonna speak on anybody's name because I'm trying to, you know, do my career. But you know, when I see different things going on in the media, that shit makes me upset. And you know, sometimes, you know, we probably shouldn't voice our opinion, but you know, I gotta be vocal sometimes because God has given me a voice. You know, like I said, I forgive, but I'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it disturbs me. You know what I'm saying? Because like they said, like you just said, they thought they killed me. They thought they could sabotage me. They thought that I was dead, homie. But the Christ in me has risen. The light is shining. And I love Amari. I love my enemies. But you know what? The truth will prevail. And people that want to stay in the dark will stay in the dark, man. It's about the truth will set you free. It's about helping kids, Quentin. It's our story, our testimony is for somebody else. So when I get mad and I rant and I rave, it's because, man, it's about somebody else. Our job is to speak for the people that can't speak for themselves. I think you sound like me, dude. You just said that you sound like me, bro. It's not about me. I went through that shit so I can testify and tell somebody else, hey, I went through this, but God brought me out. Now I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, I'm hearing you. I'm just listening. I'm just letting you talk. It really. I mean, it's hard, and it's like
And I feel bad because I got my first record coming. I got my debut, and I was like, every time I've noticed, like, okay, when Amari dropped the Bow album, the tapes came out. I'm looking at these tapes. Seriously, these tapes go out, and like me and Fizz and Bud, we trying to work on B2K, trying to still get Amari back in the group when the tapes come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time there's something, Amari, he drops his next album, the next day you look up, Raz B, signs with Tequila. It's always something, going on out there. And then this stuff pops back up. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I need to put this shit to bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing a book just to kind of like, write my basic instructions before leaving Earth. You know what I'm saying? I'm dedicated to helping children. And that should be my therapy, man. If you're interested in writing a book with me or you want to write a book and get your story out, man, it could be a fiction or non-fiction. I got some really cool people. No jiving, you actually
I don't want to play. I don't want to play this whole 12 minutes. I really wanted to get where they was like really describing like some of the things that happened. Hold on, let me fast forward this and see.
You eat good, you know what I'm saying? You got a place to stay, and God. He was gonna be the case. He told me I had to go to court. He was gonna be the case. He said, I have to go to court, but I'm gonna be it. He said there's a molestation case against me, but I'm gonna be it. Where at? Where was this molestation case at? It was in LA, it was in California. So he must have got this shit expunged somewhere and erased somewhere.
And let me speak on that as well. Apparently, there's someone in Chris Stokes' family that's a judge, honey. That's a judge in LA. I'll get into that later. Let me keep going.
Yes. I was 12 years old. Jesus Christ, and he didn't think you was gonna remember this shit? I remember everything, man. Everything that happened to me with that bullshit, that fucking fucked up life I dealt with, them motherfuckers, I remember. And I came to live with Chris when I was 13. I know, man. I saw your video. I know. Crazy, huh? Shit crazy. I was 13 when I lived with Chris. I met Chris when I was 12. Came to sign when he signed me to. You moved in with him after that. He wanted you to move in, huh? Yeah, I had to. Yep. I had a manager before he was my manager. He got rid of that manager, didn't he? He did not want that manager involved. Yep, because he didn't want that manager to see what Chris Stokes' hidden agenda is. Chris Stokes, man. He got rid of that nigga. His name is Alan Walker. My manager was Alan Walker. He got rid of that nigga. And me and my mama laid on the bed. That nigga helped me for years. And me and my mama cried because that motherfucker put money into me. And we cried because I could no longer have him as a man. And I love this nigga. That was like a daddy figure to me. But I couldn't have him no more. Because Chris said, if you want to get time with me, you got to not have, you can't have no other party. So I released him. Me and my mama, my attorney had wrote a letter to my manager and told him that. And me and my mama laid on the bed and cried. Man, at least you had your mom somewhere there, man. I didn't have my mom, and Chris took advantage of my mom because she was on drugs at the time, so he had her meet her at the hotel, dress her up for the week, put her in the hotel just for that time being. You know what I'm saying? Just to serve that purpose. I didn't have my mom at the time either. I had my mama, but then my mama had the money started getting, and she started doing her thing, and she left me. She went back home and left me with the motherfucker. And he had all access to me. That motherfucker did everything he wanted to do. Had everybody. Man, I'll never forget. I don't know if you know a girl named K-Ball. Yep, I know K-Ball. Oh my God. Why nigga, you need to come to Dallas, or I need to come to you. We need to sit and talk to you. Yo, check this out. Yo, check this out. Courtney, check this out. Dude, I used to live in Arlington, California. My son is in Dallas right now. My nigga, you need to come down here. My nigga, we need to talk. We really need to connect, dude. On some real shit, dude. This shit crazy. And we need to like really talk about this shit. And we need to let this shit be known. If nothing happens out of it, you know what I'm saying? Because God will handle it. If anything, we need to work together. Because I know right now, I'm dealing with some people in Atlanta. I know I'm going to come back out. And I know my shit's going to be popping. We need to talk to them. And we need to connect. Done, man. This motherfucker is doing. Do you not know that Chris has been blacklisted in the industry for years? Yeah, I know that. Do you not know that Martin Luther been doing 5 albums for years and he ain't selling shit? Yeah, I know. Oh my God, my nigga, I'm the only dude. And they think I'm some dumb nigga that's sitting here in Texas that's just sleep. My nigga, I'm gonna wake you motherfuckers up. You sleep? You think I'm sleep? I'm gonna wake you all up, though. What you did to me, oh my God. You cannot do wrong, my God, people. You get away with it. Touch not my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm. Exactly, my nigga. I told you that earlier. And then what you're trying to do, what you think is done, God turns it around. Pretty much what I said in my song. I'm a singer, it's called My Turn. That's my first single album. That's exactly what Jesus was. He was a turnaround specialist. He told you to repent and turn from your ways. And people like Chris Stokes had a bunch of opportunity to turn from his ways. And he continued to go down the same path, a work of iniquity. God warned him before. He warned him through you. And then you walked through the stuff. Then I came. Like, he just don't learn. He's going to the wrathful God. I mean, I pray for man, that dude, man. Whew, mess with.
So, y'all can hear that online. I just wanted to like bring it up because apparently a lot of people seem to have forgotten about the allegations that Raz B brought up, and many people feel like he's just doing this for attention. No, I feel like he's doing this because right now he's at a position where people might actually believe him. When he was saying it all those years ago, nobody was believing him. Everybody was thinking, oh, he's on drugs, oh, he's acting out, oh, he's crazy, oh, he took his story back and now he's saying it again. Y'all don't remember he was being harassed and threatened when he took that story back. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. I was threatened by Chris Stokes and all of his people. Marcus Houston reached out to me in my emails and things. They was in contact with my attorney. They wanted to erase everything that was on my site that had anything to do with any of this because I was on it from, the first conversation Raz B had to the last. Now, some of the videos may have been erased because they went to those platforms and had those videos removed or whatever, but the stories, the stories from beginning to end are still on my site. And as long as my site is up and running, the stories ain't going nowhere. So I say all that to say a lot of people who, let me go ahead and get this out the way. Chris Stokes hit the Twitter and said, negativity I will never play into. I never hurt any of B2K and always had their best interest at heart, including financially. I forgive any negative energy or tweets. God forgives, and so do I. They back. Now stay positive in 2019 and go get your ticks. Enjoy them being back together. Much love. Oh God, Quentin Tarver that reached out to me. Child, it was so much in them court documents between me and Chris Stokes. Like Chris actually, and his, I don't know, his fake attorney or whatever, whoever did it for him. They filed, a lawsuit in LA trying to get me to take the stuff down. I would not. And, because they were in LA, they tried, it was a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to talk about that on the Patreon and I'm going to get deep into it and tell y'all exactly what happened. But meanwhile, I really just want to keep talking about this because I feel like people forget. Those of us who were around, those of us who were, semi B2K fans and watched it all, unfold. a lot of y'all may have been too young back then to actually know what was going on. But, why can't y'all believe, Raz B, let Raz B have his Me Too moment. Like, I believe everything he says, every story that he told never changed. He even, when he went out to like try to prove himself by calling all these people, Ray J, Quentin Tarver, Chris Stokes, whoever, and they didn't know they were being recorded. He was doing that to like try to prove a point, because without that corroboration, everybody was looking at him side eyes like he's not, he's just broke. He's just selling these videos to make money. And I believe he was broke, because I believe, Chris Stokes did take all of his money. Chris Stokes was managing everything. At the end of the day, Raz B, by the time he got of age when B2K broke up, he left with nothing but the clothes on his back. What did he have to do? Meanwhile, his ex-manager, the person who was over all the little boys, living high on the hog, had all this money, all of a sudden found faith in God. Now he's a Jehovah's Witness, and all of his sins are clean. But, he left all of these boys, these little boys, in ruin, by the things that he did to him. So, I just want to keep talking about it. I want to keep it out there. It again, I believe every word Raz B says, and can't nobody tell me he lying. I don't care how y'all feel about that boy. I don't care if y'all say he crazy. I don't care. I met Raz B last summer. I think I told some of you at the one music fest in Atlanta. Raz B told me some things in confidence, and I believe him. Again, it ain't nothing y'all can tell me that can change my mind. Nothing. Nothing. But, even then he told me he really had to keep a lot of things. He still has to keep a lot of things quiet, because he want to go forward with this B2K tour. And who's behind it? Who's managing it? Who's pulling the strings? Chris Stokes. So if he don't fall in line and do what he needs to be said, if he doesn't, bring the stories up, he can continue to make money and eat and, prosper. But in the meantime, he has to like be around his abuser. He has to see that. And I'm sure it fucks with him, which is why he got on Instagram venting, and then he had to change his mind 10 seconds later, because if he's like, if I don't talk, I can't eat. If I talk about it, I can't eat. So I would love to hear what you guys got to say about this. Like he's really catching a lot of flack, for saying what he said, and then, pulling back, and then, still continuing the tour. But, again, he's grown now. He needs the money. He has to make a decision. Do I dwell in the past? Do I, try to take down my abuser? Do I continue this tour, build up my following, build up my fan base, and then maybe he'll be strong enough. Maybe y'all will believe him enough once he's out there doing his thing and proving his talent. Because now he's back on stage. He's living his truth. All these years before that, he was being held from that. He was being stopped because, Chris Stokes was in California. He couldn't work. He couldn't do anything. He had to go way across overseas just to perform. So, Let me put in this conference call number for you guys. And shout out to my Patreon members. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, we up to 62 people over in Patreon. I am so excited for y'all. I am so excited. I done put a lot of content over there, as somebody was asking. I think it was Kendra. Do I post over there every day? No, I don't. But right now I have been, because I'm just so surprised that we got, people in there, and I just want to keep engaging y'all, and I appreciate, I just want y'all to know, I know, you don't have to give, you don't have to donate to Patreon, you don't have to do any of that. I understand that. So the people that do, I want to, let y'all know that I appreciate that. That's why I'm over there. So y'all can feel some kind of way. They can talk about me like a dog on YouTube and say I'm begging, but guess what? I have supporters that support me and my channel, and I am going to do what's best for them. So thank you, supporters. Caller. The calling number is 718-362-6360. The PIN number is 942-7819. Let me call it. Oh, and I could go on and on about that whole situation with Jehovah's Witness, Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston. You know, they've been walking in, you know, the Jehovah's Witness light.
You are currently the only person in this.
Marcus Houston is now engaged to a young girl who is also a Jehovah's Witness, who was Chris Stokes' daughter's best friend. It's a lot. It's a lot going on over there. I don't know if they like arranging these marriages or whatever, but the girl that used to date Marcus Houston is now engaged to another guy who is really good friends with Chris Stokes. So I'm like, how are these same girls being involved with these guys, and all of them are in like below 21? I'm just like, it's too much going on over there. It is too much. He is like, Marcus is like 30 and this girl is like 18, 19. Well, he's older than 30. But however old he is. Hold on. So, you know, they're trying to prove, I guess, that, you know, they don't do that no more. Like Chris Stokes said in that call, they don't do that no more. They not gay no more, honey. They found the Lord. They not gay no more. Y'all be going in on Andrew. Y'all need to be going in on Chris Stokes. He the one who is denying walking in his truth. Well, I don't even know if that's his truth, because he like little boys. He might not like men. Call us. Phone number is 718-362-6360. Pin number 942-7819. There it is. You've been down with Michelle since Periscope. Thank you, I Am Just Me. Thank you. And I saw you in there, Dante. Hey, Dante. Felicia, Roxanne. Yes. Y'all don't want to talk about this Raz B situation and all this stuff going on in Hollywood. Hollyweird. He ain't delivered cherries and applesauce. He is not delivered. I'm just amazed that he has gone this long and he's avoided everything this long. And like the chatter keeps coming up. People keep talking about it, but nobody's doing anything. The LAPD investigated, but nobody's doing anything. Like, it's like y'all don't believe these little black boys, just like y'all didn't believe these little black girls who were saying these things about R. Kelly. Like, Chris Stokes has managed to walk free and nothing has been done about it. A hater brought your attention to me, Kendra. You left the mess. He's going to go R. Kelly's route slowly but surely. I just want to see the Surviving Chris Stokes documentary. Maybe it'll come out during this whole B2K situation. Because I'm sure, I don't know how Raz B can do it. I'm sure he's going to have some more outbursts. Look, that's why let me put my notifications on for his Instagram right now. Because I need to see what he going to say next, child. I need to see what he going to say next. Somebody reach out to Dream Hampton. Yes, Dream, are you on it? Marcus got to be close to 40. Okay, yeah, I think he like 39 and the girl is like 19, 18. Caller 4615. Turn down your computer. Hello.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi. Who am I speaking with?
Tish. You know what is so crazy? I just wanted to say hi. That's it.
What's up, Tish? How you not gonna talk about Raz B and them?
I know. I didn't think I was gonna get you. I don't know why I feel like I'm on the phone with the president. You understand?
Girl.
You know, as far as Raz B and them.
Hello? Hello? Did she hang up? Girl. What happened? Call back. Caller 6607. Hello. I'm happy you got through too, but call back. Hello, caller 6607.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, who am I speaking with?
Oh my God. I haven't watched your live in so long. Oh my God, I was calling to I want somebody to call in to shine light on this topic. First, I really just want to call to say, congratulations on your live and everything. Your, what do you call it?
The Patreon.
Patreon?
Yes, thank you so much.
And I think that everybody should support you on that.
Thank you.
Also, girl, I'm praying for these boys.
I am too. I mean, now they grown men, but I feel like, you know, they're harboring a bunch of baggage. Like, now they're at a point where I don't think they're afraid to speak out. Like even that Quentin Tarver, you know, post that he did the other day.
That guy can sing.
Yes, he can sing. So y'all go over there and y'all follow I Am Quentin. Send him some positive energy. He's been going through a lot. He has what is that disease that changes your skin color that Michael Jackson claimed he had? I know what you're talking about. Yeah, in my mind I'm thinking alopecia, but that's not it. Dang, I can't think of it. Y'all know what it is. But you know, he's been going through that. So he may look vitiligo. Yes. But his voice is still the same. He's still handsome as ever. Shout out to Quentin. I'm trying to get Quentin on the line. I don't know if he want to talk about this kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try to
get Quentin on the line.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get.
I want to ask you, did you hear, because I heard about it. I don't know. I wish I knew so much about this topic, but I really just want to call in to spread some positivity to your channel.
Thank you.
But I wanted to say, I heard that he was making them have sex together. You know if that's true? Because I know you know a lot about that.
I think it's true. You know, look, I wasn't there.
Oh my fucking God.
I wasn't there, but from everything that I know, everything that I reported on at the time, I believe everything that Raz B said. I really do. And because I know how yes, and I know how voraciously did I say that word right? But I know how Chris Stokes like really went after bloggers and people to get it off the internet, as opposed to fighting and, you know, for the truth, or, you know, taking Raz B to court. He didn't do none of that, but he took me to court. I didn't say you raped me. Raz B said it. You know what I'm saying? So I just always found that interesting, and because of the experiences that I went through with him, I'm like, you know, he has a problem with women. He's a master manipulator. He has a problem with gay men too, because again, I'm gonna let B Scott tell his own story, but I know behind the scenes a lot of the things that he did to you know, try to just threaten B Scott and get his stuff off the net. So it's a lot of things that he did behind the scenes to a lot of people to get this story scrubbed. So I've always stood in, look, this is what he doesn't want you to know. And that was one of my major posts. Like, I pretty much documented from 2007 to whenever it was I wrote that post. I think it was 2013, 14. What, you know, he did this, and now he's doing this and he's doing this. So, you know, and at the time, you know, I put that much energy into him, but after that, it's like he not getting no more. He is not getting no more. Oh my God.
I want to also say one last thing, because I know you got another caller.
Okay.
Shit. Oh, that man, I think that he was molested, or something happened in his family, because there's no way that his family should be covering that up.
Right.
For money. Like, you know how the R. Kelly situation, they're paying him, he was paying people off.
Right.
They should not be. Right, they shouldn't be quiet about that. I think it's a family thing, and I think that Chris Stokes was also molested by somebody in the industry. There are certain things that you have to do to get certain levels, and it's more on the doctor side. If you're not doing it on your own in front of your own music career, about whatever, like that is fucked up, and that's all I really want to say. And I just want to say I love your show, and y'all need to support Michelle with her passion and all of that, and God bless y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for calling. I appreciate your input.
Oh, yeah. I always call in. This is Sarah. I call in when I can and catch a line.
Oh, okay, cool, Sarah. Look, one thing I know as far as the family aspect, you know, Raz B and Chris Stokes are cousins, which means, you know, Raz B was saying how his mama was on drugs, and Chris Stokes used to, like, give his mama all this money or dress her up for the weekend before she go out and spend the rest of the money on dope or whatever. So Raz B was underage, so Chris Stokes was managing his whole career, his whole money, everything. So, yeah, it was a family situation, and the family kept it get quiet. Raz B spoke up about it because in addition to it being him, Marquise Houston, stood by Chris Stokes all these years. They was living together for 10 years after that, and now they still, hand in hand, going to church every Sunday, repenting. But I digress. But yeah, it's a family situation, and I feel like, it's a lot that's hidden because, there's such a tight-knit, group of people.
Is their dad in their life, or
I haven't heard. I don't know anything about their family structure. You said Chris Stokes is married to Amarion's aunt, so yeah, it's all intertwined. It's all intertwined.
Oh wow! And I noticed something. I'm gonna be real short. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I noticed that they always paying homage to Omarion, like he's like the leader of this. Like he's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to do with Marcus Houston? Mm-hmm. They're doing like that with Omarion as well. Is there a reason? Do you know?
Because Omarion is the one who left and went solo. He is like, I believe the reason B2K broke up. So I don't think they're paying homage to him. But he was one of the major reasons B2K couldn't get back together when they broke up because he was, riding high on his solo career. Now, he eventually, walked away from Chris Stokes, after he realized there was some other stuff going on or whatever. Omarion has always said that Chris Stokes didn't touch him. I don't know if that's true, false, or whatever. But he always stood behind Chris Stokes. But now, again, he walked away, whatever. The guys have had conversations. They put bygones, behind them. So now, they could come together as a group. But again, Chris Stokes still has some type of financial interest in it.
Man, this is a lot. I want one of y'all to call in, man, because I need to know everything about this. Is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, God bless you, and God bless everybody who's going through abuse, and I pray that y'all get through it. I pray that Raz B gets through it because he financially is strained to tell the truth. Mm-hmm. Because whatever, man, he can't even tell what he wants to say because that's money. Like that's what's gonna make him money.
Right.
I don't know.
It's crazy. But thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you.
Yes. All right. Bye, Michelle. Good night.
All right. Good night. Caller 7588. You're on the line.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, my gosh. I just wanted to bring up the fact that Raz B did out everybody in the group. Mm-hmm. And it's just funny to see how all of them are back together like this. And nobody's really looking like they have a problem with it. Like, I can't believe Raz B basically outed them all, and they're all back in the group together looking like everything's okay. Mm-hmm. As Omarion saying the fact that he didn't get molested by Chris Stokes, I don't believe that. I think that's a complete lie. Because Raz B gave so many details on how things happened, how things went down, who went first, who went last, mm-hmm. and it was just a hot mess. But I think that he's telling the truth, and I just felt like it was good to see all of them back together again. But it's just weird that, it's like nobody's really saying anything about Raz B outing everyone.
Right.
It's not really coming up right now.
Well, because Raz B went through his own set of problems, and I believe he went through those problems because of what happened to him as a child. Remember he was in the limelight. He was on drugs. He didn't know if he was gay or straight. He was doing he was releasing, sex tapes with women, with men. He was just doing a lot. So, on the outside looking in, people were like, oh, he's just doing this for attention. But I honestly feel like he was doing it to act out. Like he wanted somebody to hear him, and nobody was paying attention. And the people, when he did try to, say his story, nobody believed him. And then that's why he went for, trying to get these recorded phone conversations. He got Ray J to admit to something. He got Marcus Houston to admit. So he was doing all these things to, get people to believe him. And at the end of the day, people still looking at him like, oh.
Don't believe him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's still being swept under the rug.
Yeah.
After he came out and exposed in the details in which he was saying that this stuff happened, oh my gosh, it's just believable. It's crazy.
Right, and quick for me, outside of the whole B2K, IMX, y'all remember when IMX was sitting around in their drawers? I think I got that picture in here too. That picture was circulating. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, and so it's like, when all of these people are B2K and IMX, they were like both, intermingled. But when Quentin Tarver entered the picture and he told the exact same story, and he was, underage, and he came after them, that was like a whole nother, layer to it. It was like, oh, and he was like helping the police and everything too. But again, I've heard that, Chris Stokes been in LA a long time. A lot of people in law enforcement. Somebody in his family is a judge. So, there's some things that's going on that, need to be uncovered.
And I feel also that a lot of, mainly all of them probably needed this financially. They needed this group to come back together financially, because if somebody out somebody like that and you done told all my business and said all this stuff, I don't know if I could be in a group with you. I don't know if I could, stand next to you and sing every night. You done told the whole world. Right. What happened?
But they were kids. All of them, J-Boog, Fears, they were kids. And I feel like it's not the kids' fault. So I can see them still having some type of brotherhood, or still being, able to move forward, because again, maybe he did some things to some of the boys that he didn't do to all the boys. You know what I'm saying? Raz B's experience might not be, Lil Fiz's experience, or whatever the case may be. But, now that they are together again, they back in the limelight, he can build a platform, and maybe this time people will believe him. I remember at the time, it was around the time Tyler Perry was on Oprah and telling his story about how he was abused, and everybody was like rallying behind Tyler. And I remember Raz B went on his live saying, Oprah, I wish Oprah would bring me on. I want to tell my story. And did nobody care? You know what I'm saying? Simply because, yeah. And, it was, and I remember doing that post. Raz B wants to talk to Oprah. And I would do posts like that a lot of times just to get a message out there. Will people hear it? Will Oprah hear it? I don't know. But again, he did want to do it. So, here I am using my platform to, continue this story. But, yeah, I believe he needs to be heard. Again, I believe what he said, and can't nobody tell me different.
Yep, and it's unfortunate that he couldn't have came out around the same time this whole Me Too movement had came out, because I think that people would have probably just, gave Chris Stokes what he deserved right about now if, he had came out then. But like you said, there wasn't a lot of people on his side. Nobody really believed him, and it's just crazy, now how people still don't believe him, and it's just,
right.
It's crazy. But
it is.
Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you, and you do the same. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Good night. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I've been to the doctor. I'm taking my medication, my Allegra, my Flonase, my this, my that, child, and I'm still like coughing. Caller 3389. You are on the line.
Hey, Michelle. It's Go-Go Gadget Bridget. Hey, Squad.
Hey, Go-Go Gadget. What is up?
Okay, nothing. I just want to make a point. I remember back in the day when you used to make those posts. I'm from Atlanta, of course. Y'all keep knowing I'm before. I remember back when you had those posts. I believe Raz B totally. I just think that his only way to express it was through social media back then, because you gotta remember, Chris Stokes might be living high and hard, but he ain't no Michael Jackson. He don't have no money. Like, if you gonna sue him for $1 you can't sue him for $1 billion because he ain't got it. Let's be honest, everybody. He don't have that, to be honest. And he, exactly like you said, he always said the same thing. He has specifics, just like some guys in the Michael Jackson thing. But I'm not gonna get into that because I found some inconsistencies in their stuff. Like Raz B didn't accuse Chris Stokes and then went on tour with him and did things with him, or things, like the tribute for him and all like that. So I believe him. I really do. And I believe they kind of reined him in. They kind of like told him, look, you under contract, you got to finish this. So that's why he went back to the tour. But if it was up to him, he don't care about them. I mean, at that point, I guess he said, I don't care. I'm going to tell it.
Right.
I just don't understand why, if why he hasn't pressed charges. That's what my thing is. That's the only thing I have against Raz B. Press the charges. Bring him to court. You know, whatever you need to do. But like the other lady said before, he outed everybody. Like what he did to them, what he saw them do to them. I was like, Jesus, what is going on here? And
where they did it, yeah.
Yes, and where they did it, yeah. But nobody has brought him to justice.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Raz B, and I appreciate the fact that he has come out and told his truth. But sweetie, ain't nothing gonna be done unless you press them charges. And you gotta have your proof, and you gotta have your receipts. Just straight up, you gotta have your receipts.
Yeah.
So that's all I really have to say about him. I do believe him. And I also believe they dangled that contract and say, listen here, bro. You see this? You signed. You got 15, 20 days, 30 days, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to finish this.
Right.
Or you ain't going to get paid.
Right.
You need the money. And to contrary everybody's contrary belief, Omarion need the money too.
Yes.
Omarion ain't getting nothing since Love and Hip Hop. What has he done?
They all need the money, honey. They all need the money. They all need it. And you know, it's
And I understand why nobody came out, but you gotta remember too, Martin Houston was Beyonce of his group. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Why would he say he's getting all the money? Tell me if I'm lying or not. He was getting all the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Marcus Houston, he was the Beyonce of his group. Omarion is the what? Beyonce of B2K.
Yeah.
He got a separate deal from them. He got a solo deal and did great.
Mm-hmm.
None of them really did anything after that movie that they did. What's the movie they did with they were dancing?
You Got Served. Yeah.
You Got Served.
Uh-huh.
And guess who was in that movie?
Who?
Wade Robinson. Wade was one of the judges.
Oh.
And You Got Served. You don't remember that?
Look, I don't even remember the movie, but yeah, okay. Because I don't even remember watching that movie.
Wade was in there. Wade was in that movie.
Wow.
As one of the judges.
Wow.
I'm like, this is just crazy. But I do believe him. That's all I want to say. I do believe him. I hope that he finds a way after this tour and he'll have enough money. Bring his ass to justice. Make him pay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who he is. I don't care if make him pay. That's what I feel about Wade too. You had a perfect chance. You was on the stand. You could have lied to them all the way up till you got into that stand. There was all kind of sheriffs right there. You could have said, they tried to make me say that Michael Jackson didn't do it to me, but he did. You know, he could have said it. Nobody was going to touch him.
Uh-huh.
The reason why he didn't do it is because Michael Jackson is a big star. It was threatening people's lives, okay?
Yeah, everybody was
threatening
people's
lives.
Yep.
So, I can understand that, but oh well. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye, squad. They'll probably talking shit about me.
Well, thank you. Look.
All right, I'll come see you on Patreon.
All right.
Get in on that Patreon.
Yes.
Right,
get in on the Patreon. Okay, goodbye. Look, y'all. 7251, you on the line. I done found my little picture, child. 7250.
Oh, hi, Michelle.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I haven't called in a while, so I'm just glad I was able to come through today or tonight.
Who am I speaking with? Who is this?
This is Robbie from Seattle.
Hey, all the way from Seattle, honey.
Yes. But I just want to say that I do believe you 100% that Chris Stokes really did do something to Raz B because it's just, I mean, his stories haven't changed. He's been really consistent with this story. So there's no loopholes. So I really, really do believe that Chris Stokes really did do him, really did rape him.
I agree. I mean, I believe everything he said. It ain't nothing he can say that, you know, would make me change my mind at this point. Like, I really do. And I just wish that, you know, and Chris Stokes keeps denying it. So I gotta keep saying that he has constantly, you know, well, I don't want to say constantly, but, you know, he publicly denied it this time and then he deleted it. So he has never, like, came forward and actually told his side of the story and said, you know, Raz B is lying or whatever the case may be. He just always says it's negative. I found the Lord or whatever. So at the end of the day, you know, if he's not willing to defend himself, if he's not willing to sue Raz B for defamation, but instead suing these blogs for defamation, I'm still looking at him funny.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, the pictures of Chris Stokes, you could just tell he just looks creepy as hell. Like, he just, something's not right about him. Like, he just, and it's really sad because I honestly think that he really messed up Raz B's life. Like, especially that post that he made when he wants to quit the B2K tour. Like, you can just tell he had, like, bags underneath his eyes. You can tell, like, he is really, really going through it. And he's still not, able to, get over it. He's literally scared of this guy. So there's got to be some truth to what he's saying. It's just, something's not right. Something is not right.
Yeah.
And so I hope Raz B gets all the help that he needs because, like, he's, oh man, it's sad. It's really, really sad.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Well, I feel like the truth is gonna come out eventually. Just like R. Kelly was like, it's been 30 years. I give you 30 years of my life or whatever. However many years it take, it's gonna come out. So, we'll be 80 years old and Surviving Chris Stokes gonna be on, y'all. We gonna see it. We gonna see it pretty bad.
Yeah, I hope to live to see that, and then I also don't think that Raz B is getting as much support as R. Kelly, people that are supporting R. Kelly. I don't think it's the same support that Raz B is getting, and it's sad.
Right.
It's sad.
Right.
So I wish Raz B the best, because I'm a fan of B2K. But unfortunately, they're not coming to Seattle, so that's okay, You're not
going to travel to go see your people?
What'd you say?
You're not going to go travel to see your favorite group, B2K? They not worth traveling.
No, I mean, they're not even coming nowhere near Washington, not even Oregon. They're like more in Cali, and I don't know. Maybe they'll add some tour dates. Who knows? I don't know.
I'm just interested in hearing all the behind the scenes drama, honey. I could care less about the tour. But anyway, well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call, and I hope to get in next time, too. So you have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Ooh, I'm going to take one more call, y'all, because I can barely breathe. Caller 7850. Hello.
Hey, Michelle, it's Robert from Twitter. How are you?
Yes, what the perfect final call. Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. So I have two, question comments about this whole thing.
Okay.
So when when Raz B pulled out, he said that he felt like Chris Stokes was around, correct?
Uh-huh.
So my question then is, were some of the other members, purposely trying to incorporate Chris Stokes, or was it Raz B's intuition? Because
I think
a lot of people like to say Raz B is crazy, but I don't think he's
I don't think he's that crazy. I think at least one member of the group is still working with Chris Stokes in some capacity. The J-Boog one, I don't know. I get their names mixed up. Yeah, he was still, working in some of Stokes' movies and stuff like that. So he still has a financial interest with Chris Stokes. So apparently, I think Chris Stokes may be still managing him in some regard or whatever. So perhaps, Chris Stokes is around some kind of way. He did get on Twitter after that and make a comment. So yeah, I believe he probably has some type of financial interest in the group.
Gotcha. And then my other comment is, and I'm sure you put it on your website, but was I the only one who looked at the video when Raz B joined the other guys, I guess, on a tour bus? I wanted to be blink twice if you need help, because he just sat there looking like he was either, almost a prisoner against his will at that point. And so whatever he's going through, I hope that he is able or strong enough to stand up for himself, because one, I believe his story, only because Chris Stokes went to, the Caucasus Mountains to try to rid that, information off the web. And it's why didn't you try to sue the person who accused you of the act?
Right.
You can't sue somebody for repeating the act. But he didn't he try to sue you and then lost?
Oh yeah, he
and
sued
so
me.
That's what kind of makes
Yeah, he sued me twice. He sued me in California, and then when he couldn't get that, he came to Georgia and tried to sue me then too. Yes.
And it has to be like one more thing about Raz B. It has to be hard for him being a survivor and creating like this brotherhood because Chris Stokes is like his family, right? Like
his cousin. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then so your cousin comes and molests you, puts you in a boy group, and then I believe that they all know it happened, whether they want to admit it happened to them or not. I believe they all know what happened. So that has to eat away at him that the guys who are supposed to be his brothers, who are close in age and getting money with him from a young age, took, the alleged molesters' side instead of his. And even now that they're all grown men, it's just like my prayers go out to him because the ramifications of that are lifelong and long-lasting.
Yeah, but, there's also some familiar ties that have to do with this, too. Chris Stokes, his mama, whoever else, they're all involved in some, in my opinion, in some way of keeping this silent. Because if they're, blood relative some kind of way, then, they're all involved. They're all involved in keeping it under wraps and keeping it quiet.
Well, exactly. And so, whatever the case, I hope that he's able to get the help he needs and the support he needs. And one thing, I have a bone to pick with you, Michelle.
What? What I do? Robert?
Why do I look down at the chat and I see my arch nemesis with a wrench?
Who is your arch nemesis?
I'm not even going to say his name.
I'll give you one too, but you don't be in the chat.
Well, I want to throw my weight around and I want to revoke it. No, I'm joking.
Y'all be killing me with these riches.
No, I don't be in the chat, so you wouldn't even know who to give it to. So no, that's fine. I'm just messing with you. So hey to the moderators, T. Patterson and the other person. I wish you both well.
Not and the other person. You are so
Good night, Michelle.
Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the Patreon to talk about the behind the scenes court drama for a little while. I like to give my patrons a little extra. If y'all want to go over there, you can. If not, we can close this out right here. I do have one final call. Let me go ahead and take this anonymous. I'm scared. Hello?
You ain't got to be scared, Michelle.
Oh, okay, good.
This is Michelle from St. Louis. How you doing?
Hi, Michelle from St. Louis. Girl, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. The reason why I was calling was because when you brought up the Chris Stokes situation tonight, that kind of reminded me of how I got introduced to your blog.
Oh.
Because that was like the popular story at the time. Because before then, I didn't even know anything about blogging. But what I wanted to say was, since you're so intricately involved with the situation, and you have all these outlets to get people to, inform you of things. Why don't you try doing a documentary? I think that could bring you some good money, especially since you're Atlanta-based and, you guys went through the court cases and all of that, unless you got a gag order.
Well, I don't have a gag order. I'm just not a filmmaker, and I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean,
All you need to do is get some affiliates. You in Atlanta, girl.
That's all I need to do?
You gotta spend your money, spend their money.
Is that easy?
It's not easy, but what I'm saying is, okay, in St. Louis, if I wanted to do a documentary, it'd probably take me forever because I'd have to beg, borrow, steal just to get some type of backing. But with you having a platform like you do, I'm sure if you started what was that thing that TLC started when they wanted to make that album?
A Kickstarter, and they took all your money and never, where the album at? Did y'all get that album?
Don't talk about my girl.
I love TLC. I'm just wondering where the album at. Did the album ever come out? I can't remember.
They did, but they're on tour out here.
Oh, okay.
They're on tour.
Okay.
Yeah, they're back on tour with somebody else. I can't think of who, but yeah, they're touring.
But yeah, I think that could definitely, raise your money game up. Put some more shoes in your closet.
I might be able to. I don't know. I might look into that. I might look into that.
Just think about it.
But these boys aren't even in Atlanta. They like in Cali and all over the place and stuff. But yeah,
but the story started with you.
It didn't start with me now. Don't put me in this. It didn't start with me.
No. I'm saying you brought it to us.
I wasn't the first person now. Like, there was a whole bunch of people. Like, that's why I was so offended in the whole situation. MTV was blogging about it. BET, TMZ, everybody. But he decided to go after us, black bloggers, a lot of us, I guess because that's where the audience was. He wanted to clean up his image. And then later after that, he started like putting in Craigslist ads, trying to get other boy bands in different cities, trying to get little boys interested in, Yeah, Chris Stokes has been doing a lot over the years, child. And I remember reporting on that too, because I'm like, I need to tell y'all what, y'all young mothers who trying to get y'all boys in the music industry, y'all need to know, because that was why he was trying to scrub his name off the net so that he can, have an outlet to do other things. But yeah, I mean those.
Wow. So, like, do you have any connections in LA?
Connections? I don't know. I have friends. I don't have any connections. Like, Hollywood is cliquish. I'm not a Hollywood girl. I'm just an Atlanta girl.
Okay. So you don't have no industry friends in LA?
Industry, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. For something like a documentary like that, it would have to be a passion project. I'm not that passionate about Chris Stokes or Raz B.
You don't have to be passionate. You think the Michael Jackson Neverland people was passionate? They just wanted some money.
Well, we'll see. I appreciate your enthusiasm about me being a filmmaker.
The reason I'm saying this is because, like, these kids, I can name you one B2K song. I don't really know. That's not really my generation. But they're really, really popular, with the up-and-coming adults now. Mm-hmm. And I think that because they're so popular now, that, it could definitely be a moneymaker. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just something to think about.
Yes, thank you for putting that bug in my ear.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
My thoughts with you, and whether you can do something with it or not, I don't know. But it was good talking to you as always, and I'll be listening in.
Thank you so much, Miss Michelle. I appreciate you.
Okay, you take care.
All right, bye. You said give us the backstory in a documentary style. That might work. That might work. That's a thought. Let me hang up on these calls real quick. Close this phone line. Yeah, he did. Well, he didn't ask me for money for a drop. What he asked me for was an honorarium to sit down to talk about it. I don't pay for interviews, and that's pretty much what he wanted me to do, is pay for interviews. He didn't state an amount, and I was just like, okay, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But again, I still believe what Raz B said. I think I did get a drop. Hold on, what did he say in this? Let me see if I can put this up. It might be too big.
From the A.com.
Ooh, it is. Ready.
Yo, what's up? This is Raz B, and we. You know what's so crazy? I want to bring you in on that ride, so it's.
Hold on. I can't make it little. But yeah, we was talking, and he was giving me my little drop or whatever. So he did all of that. But yeah, it is what it is. He said, let me do something about it. We're going to support. Yes, we support him. Justina, I support him. You need a backstory. You lost at everything that's it. Honey, go to this story right here. Hold on, if I can find it. Did I put it up there? What Chris Stokes doesn't want you to know. That will tell you a lot about, the background as far as, I'm concerned, and like how he was trying to like erase everything from the internet. Hold on, let me put this link in here. And then we can go from there. But for those of you who are on Patreon, I'm going to come over there for like, the after party. We're going to do a little after party interview. Not interview, but a little Q&A or whatever. and talk. And I definitely, let me go ahead and thank these people really, really quickly while I'm on the line. Oh, I got so many great, wonderful, awesome supporters over here. Felicia M, Antoine, hold on. I'm not gonna say all y'all's whole names. Antoine, Camille, Jasmine, Jackie, Sheila, Rebecca, Dante. What's up, Dante? Taryn, Stacy, Ellie from Coming. Hey, girl. Ariel, Living My Best Life. Deborah, Chris, Marsha, all for Lil C. Mahana, Tanya. What's up, Tanya? Q Diddy, Kiara, Nicole, Zara, Steph. Yes, we've got 60. How many I'm on? Grand Mayor, L. Oh, excuse me. Leroy, Shalonda, Brenda, Iman, LaFern, Damon, LaTanya, Danny Marie, Kim, Lisa, Tanisha, Sean, T. Lee. I think some of y'all are already shouted out, but I don't care. Jakayla, Essence, Shani, Angela, Dallas, E-Designer, Label Gal, Jackie, Robert. Yes, we got everybody. Look, the squad ain't playing over here on Patreon. Look, I got 67. We was just at 60 this morning, honey. We gonna be at 100 in a minute, and it's gonna be a real party over there. I appreciate y'all. I really do. So, like Kendra said, do you be on Patreon every day? I'm not trying to be. That's not what the plan is. But the plan is to give y'all quality content. But I have gave y'all a few interviews over there. I did the behind the scenes about Eva's bridesmaids and what she told somebody on the show. We viewed that. We talked about the Peter Thomas. I gave y'all the unedited interview with Peter Thomas that I'm going to put on the site at some point if I can get over this code and this thing, whatever I have. And then I talked about what else we talked about? Oh, we talked about the red carpet fashions before the reunion show fashions before I actually put them on the site. We talked about that over there on Patreon. And yeah, and I told y'all this morning I gave y'all a little blurb about, Chris Stokes and how, I was going to do this video tonight. So basically y'all knew beforehand that this was the topic that we were going to talk about. So there's that. I appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you over on YouTube as well. I told y'all the reason I joined Patreon in the first place is because the ATLien channel is right now in limbo, honey. I can't make no money on nothing on the ATLien channel. They have suspended my account, suspended my monetization. I can't do nothing. The channel is still up, thank God. But for 30 days, it is what it is. They holding the money that I did make. I got so many videos over there that was making so much. Like my last housewife video. If you go over to my ATLien channel, I got 40,000 views on my last housewives video. So I don't know what to do. But I digress. I appreciate all of you. You said you're going to bed after this. Hold on, let me go ahead and get my little outro, honey. Get my little outro so we can hit the Patreon. So if y'all for the ones who are over there, head on over there. The Patreon link is, hold on, let me put it in here. PATRLN.com. When we make 100, I may let y'all in for a little cheaper. But right now, the lowest is $5, honey. $5. And I promise you, for $5, you getting exclusive stuff you ain't gonna get nowhere else. That's all I got to say. Is people are like, oh, I don't like her. I don't. You ain't gotta like me. Don't come. This is where the supporters go. This is why we over there. It is a safe space for us. We can talk. We can do what we want to do. We ain't got to worry about y'all flagging us. We ain't got to worry about nobody in there talking crazy. Even y'all can talk crazy y'all want to because y'all paying to do it. But we ain't got to worry about, too many trolls unless the trolls want to pay their $5. Come in. The trolls can pay their $5 too. Come on. Thank you, Mima. So I'm going to be over on the Patreon for the after party. Child, we're going to break some things down, honey. We're going to break some things down. Ooh, let me get Raz B off my screen. Hey. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you, Jasper. Thank you, Cartier White. Thank y'all. Kimmy. Right, 30 days, honey. They trying to break me. They don't want me to be great on YouTube. They don't want me. And the crazy thing is, I had earned money. Like it's just there. But you know, spit some bars. I wish I could. I wish I could. I can barely talk. I'm trying though. What's up, Jackie G? So yeah, y'all head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com. I am ATLien. If you're already in there, I will be over there shortly. We're going to be live over on the Patreon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and all of that jazz. Shout out to Raz B. Shout out to Quindon Tarver. Quindon, if you're watching this, call me. Call me, Quindon. Squad. Thank you, C. Patterson, for moderating. You didn't ask for a wrench, but I gave you one anyway. Thank you. Thank you, Juno. I appreciate you. Thank you, Chef Disaster. Thank you. Child, I was just in the chat picking people. C. Patterson be the first person in the room. I'm like, you get a wrench. You get a wrench. Thank you, guys. You think I should keep it at 5? Yes, that weeds out the riffraff, honey. But I don't, I think maybe we'll talk about it on Patreon. We'll talk about it. But I'll see y'all later. I'm out over here. I am out. Bye.